If someone was on the fence about coming to this event, I would highly recommend that they come. You know, you're going to get a lot of great content. Actually, you're going to get a lot of amazing content and all sorts of information that you can utilize. But the connections that you'll make with other people and the information that you'll learn from other people's experience and just the relationships that you can build and the connections that you make, I think are invaluable. It's priceless, really. It's truly amazing. I'm loving every minute of it, so I highly encourage anybody to do this.
If there's one word that I had to use to describe this experience at the Webcast Profit Toolkit, it'd have to be eye-opening, because just so many things come at you that just make you kind of say, oh wow, I can do that, wow, I can do that. And then of course the broader idea. I get a chance to also be around like-minded individuals and people here that are also doing the same. So the community is energized, the people are energized, we're ready to go out and make a difference, and it's all because of what we're learning here at this conference. So if you have any doubt that this is an opportunity to take your business to the next level, let me rest assured, this is where you need to be going forward. This will help you go faster, farther, and be all that you've been designed to be, and serve those who you've been called to.
And I received everything that I needed help on. I feel confident that, in fact, I'm going home this weekend and I am doing my first webcast. I'm just going to do it. I've received everything that I need, how to do the technology, what to say, how to create a product, how to write my offer, how to do bonuses, how to answer questions, how to handle a chat roll. I have all that I need, and I am a super happy lady going home to do her first webcast this weekend. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Mike. Yay!
The speakers, Ed and Mike, have been just giving us such great information on how to use this within our business and, or in my case, actually start a brand new business. You really can't underestimate the importance of really being in the room and feeling the energy that both all the speakers are getting and all of the networking opportunity that's been here. I've met some great new friends that I'm sure we're going to keep in touch with for a good long time.
What I've learned today, my biggest takeaway, is that all the information that I've learned, I can now take this new media and use it to get more customers, to get more clients, to expand my reach. I'm so excited to get home and implement. And if you have been on the fence about coming to this event, get off the fence. You have got to be here. Ed and Mike have the most amazing style. I've been to a lot of events, but what they are, number one, which is most important to me, is they are authentic, they're transparent, they let you know kind of all the stuff behind the stuff most people will never tell you, and they're real people, and they make you feel like making mistakes is okay, because it's a lot of technical stuff. I'm not a techie, but understanding and how they break it down, I know that this is something I can actually go back and implement. So they are totally laid back, and they don't have you like this. They have you feeling like, I can do this. Love it.
Hey, this is Lloyd Urban. I'm attending the Webcast Profit Toolkit with Ed and Mike. Listen, it's been absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get back home. I'm going to do it for the seminar business. I'm going to use it for my wife's business, coaching, consulting. I'm going to do it for my martial arts school. I'm going to do it for everything. Everything is about to be about webcasting. I can't thank Ed and Mike enough. And like I said, if you have a chance to get involved, like I said, don't hesitate. It's absolutely amazing. I've been coming to seminars for the last 13, 14 years, and like I said, the way Ed and Mike teach step by step is, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, like I said, everyone can get a big takeaway from it.
I think it's phenomenal. They're very open, very transparent. Some of the stuff that comes out of Ed's mouth that you kind of have to listen to it twice just to make sure you really understood it, because he's got a lot of under-the-radar comments, which I personally like. Probably made fun of me at least 3 times that I caught, and maybe there's a multiple more that I didn't catch. So, but yeah, I can relate to it. Very approachable and entertaining also, which is important.
And I've been traveling to the United States, which is around the world for me, twice to come to these events. The contents were absolutely fantastic.
This is an entire system. Mike and Ed are always on the cutting edge of taking technology and using it as an effective way to grow our businesses. I'm blown away with the possibilities.
With this particular program, the cool thing is that you get instant feedback, you get to engage, you get to connect, You can ask questions, you hear what people's concerns are, and you're not guessing anymore. So that's what I love most about this training.
If you just say and do the things they tell you to do, you're going to be successful. Is that you have an opportunity by getting into the system now that's going to take you to places that you've never thought you could go before and places you've never been before, because it truly is going to make you a success if you follow their system.
I would just say that this has got all the ingredients. It's a huge media opportunity for anybody who's interested in empowering other entrepreneurs to get out there and share their talents with the world. So it's got the purpose, it's got the technology, and it's happening right now. So I'm so happy to be part of this. And for me, everything Mike says is quotable. You know, I take huge amounts of notes, and every single sentence is a T-shirt, you know. And
I think what's happening now, especially the way Mike's presenting this, he's leveled the playing field. This is the easiest and the best time to get into webcasting. Nobody's freaking doing it, you know? It's like it's an open minefield, so we're going to start mining this. I loved the guys because they put on a master class. We love masterminds and we love marketing, and these guys condensed it all together. Like, we've attended probably a gazillion events, and they crystallized all the information in a master class way. So just for that alone, not even the webcasting, just their genius marketing minds, it's phenomenal. So,
and with integrity.
Yeah,
and
and big heart. There were tears, good tears.
He cried.
I did. Just a little. I can't help it. The word community comes to mind because you have like-minded people that are doing what you're doing and are into what you're doing, and you see, look, these guys can do it, I can do it, and there's so much freaking support, and that kind of support makes you accountable to yourself, and they help you.
The speakers, Ed and Mike, have been just giving us such great information on how to use this within our business and, or in my case, actually start a brand new business.
I've been coming to seminars for the last 13, 14 years, and like I said, the way Ed and Mike teach step by step is, you know, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, like that, everyone can get a big takeaway from it.
for me, everything Mike says is quotable, and every single sentence is a T-shirt, you know?
Next, I'm going to go through one big idea, which is Money Loves Speed.
With this particular program, the cool thing is that you get instant feedback, you get to engage, you get to connect, you can ask questions, you hear what people's concerns are, and you're not guessing anymore. So that's what I love most about this training.
The word community comes to mind because you have like-minded people that are doing what you're doing and are into what you're doing, and you see, look, these guys can do it, I can do it, and there's so much freaking support, and that kind of support makes you accountable to yourself, and they help you grow and do it.
The community is energized, the people are energized, we're ready to go out and make a difference, and it's all because of what we're learning here at this conference.
I'm going home this weekend and I am doing my first webcast. I'm just going to do it. I've received everything that I need, how to do the technology, what to say, how to create a product, how to write my offer, how to do bonuses, how to answer questions, how to handle a chat roll. I have all that I need, and I am a super happy lady going home to do her first webcast this weekend. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Mike. Yay!
If someone was on the fence about coming to this event, I would highly recommend that they come. You know, you're going to get a lot of great content. Actually, you're going to get a lot of amazing content and all sorts of information that you can utilize. But the connections that you'll make with other people and the information that you'll learn from other people's experience and just the relationships that you can build and the connections that you make, I think are invaluable. It's priceless, really. It's truly amazing. I'm loving every minute of it, so I highly encourage anybody to do this.
If there's one word that I had to use to describe this experience at the webcast profit toolkit, it'd have to be eye-opening, because just so many things come at you that just make you kind of say, oh wow, I can do that, wow, I can do that. And then of course the broader idea.
I get a chance to also be around like-minded individuals and people here that are also doing the same. So the community is energized, the people are energized, we're ready to go out and make a difference, and it's all because of what we're learning here at this conference. So if you have any doubt that this is an opportunity to take your business to the next level, let me rest assured, this is where you need to be going forward. This will help you go faster, farther, and be all that you've been designed to be, and serve those who you've been called to.
And I received everything that I needed help on. I feel confident that, in fact, I'm going home this weekend and I am doing my first webcast. I'm just going to do it. I've received everything that I need, how to do the technology, what to say, how to create a product, how to write my offer, how to do bonuses, how to answer questions, how to handle a chat roll. I have all that I need, and I am a super happy lady going home to do her first webcast this weekend. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Mike. Yay!
The speakers, Ed and Mike, have been just giving us such great information on how to use this within our business and, or in my case, actually start a brand new business. You really can't underestimate the importance of really being in the room and feeling the energy that both all the speakers are getting and all of the networking opportunity that's been here. I've met some great new friends that I'm sure we're going to keep in touch with for a good long time.
What I've learned today, my biggest takeaway, is that all the information that I've learned, I can now take this new media and use it to get more customers, to get more clients, to expand my reach. I'm so excited to get home and implement. And if you have been on the fence about coming to this event, get off the fence. You have got to be here. Ed and Mike have the most amazing style. I've been to a lot of events, but what they are, number one, which is most important to me, is they are authentic, they're transparent, they let you know kind of all the stuff behind the stuff most people will never tell you, and they're real people, and they make you feel like making mistakes is okay, because it's a lot of technical stuff. I'm not a techie, but understanding and how they break it down, I know that this is something I can actually go back and implement. So they are totally laid back, and they don't have you like this. They have you feeling like, I can do this. Love it.
Hey, this is Lloyd Urban. I'm attending the Webcast Profit Toolkit with Ed and Mike. Listen, it's been absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get back home. I'm going to do it for the seminar business. I'm going to use it for my wife's business, coaching, consulting. I'm going to do it for my martial arts school. I'm going to do it for everything. Everything is about to be about webcasting. I can't thank Ed and Mike enough. And like I said, if you have a chance to get involved, like I said, don't hesitate. It's absolutely amazing. I've been coming to seminars for the last 13, 14 years, and like I said, the way Ed and Mike teach step by step is, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, like I said, everyone can get a big takeaway from it.
What is a CTA?
CTA is a
Communications Traffic Association. CTA.
cautious, technical, I don't know.
That's Chicago Transit Authority.
A cat trainer agency.
A click-through avatar? I have no idea. What the heck is a CTA?
Yeah, PTA, CTA, I don't know.
I don't know. CTA.
Call to action.
A CTA is call to action.
Call to action.
What is a merchant provider?
Merchant provider? No clue.
Okay.
Merchant providers are the a-holes that keep your money when you're trying to process big orders.
It's the people that provide merchants.
Merchant provider. A merchant provider is someone that helps you take credit cards.
What is an avatar?
An avatar are those little blue men with long, scaly dreadlocks, and that's sexy, like I only cover my boobs with my hair.
An avatar are those blue things from the James Cameron film.
In marketing terms, what is an avatar?
Okay, in marketing terms, an avatar is this like annoying little eon that has to like pinhole you into one specific category, but really it's just for everybody all the time.
An avatar is your ideal client.
Avatar is your perfect customer.
If you could be any Star Wars character, who would it be?
Chewbacca.
Do I know any Star Wars characters? Let's see.
The young cute guy, the hot guy.
Yoda.
No, I would be Princess Leia. I mean, I'm a girl.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's a Star Wars character, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could get rid of one U.S. state, which one would it be and why?
I think Minnesota. Nobody wants to go there.
Let's get rid of North Dakota.
That was my pick.
I'd get rid of Texas because they just think they're all that and something.
I would get rid of Massachusetts because it took me several months to learn how to pronounce it. Massachusetts.
What do the letters VSL stand for?
I have no idea.
VSL is a type of probiotic. It really is. It is, VSL. It's, yeah. There's a lot of research on it. It's great.
That's great.
Video support league.
Very stinky llama. Oh my gosh.
A VSL. It's a very special lady.
Vibrant, super lady.
A VSL is a video sales letter, also known as very amazing leverage.
Last question. You're stranded on a deserted island with a beautiful mermaid. Would you rather have the top half of her fish or the bottom half of her fish?
Oh, this is a really good question.
In other words, do you want someone to talk to, or do you want some? Never mind.
I know what I know what the choices are. I'd probably rather have the top half be a woman.
Bottom half. Bottom half.
Bottom.
Bottom half.
Top. Bottom. There we go. We're different.
I'm here to share with you, introduce to you a gentleman who's a dear friend of mine. He's helped me immensely. And it's the idea of how do I get my information out and engage my customers, and primarily how to use video to do that through the web. Help me set up my studio and really help me get going. He's been a dear friend, but more importantly, he's been a consultant to some of the biggest companies in the world. Here's a guy that started literally from nothing, but back in the early days of the web, back in 1991, most people forget, 1989 is when the World Wide Web really was created. So within a few years, he was already the guy that was, writing some of the first CD-ROMs games, that were out there. Did some of the first Mac games that existed for Macintosh. Went out and became the person that really, when the movie industry, was the guy that set up all those initial websites for Sony and for Columbia TriStar and for Fox. Was a guy that's, managed or helped some of the largest business in the world, 3M, Domino's Pizza. I mean, the list goes on and on. But he's also shown people how to get started from nothing. And I know that's what he's probably most proud of. So I want to introduce to you Mike Koenigs, my dear friend. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tony.
And thanks for welcoming us here. This is Digital Cafe. This is the place you started in 1991,
And
right?
we are live. This is Mike Koenigs, and thank you for being here today. I'm going to be introducing Mr. Ed Rush, who's at my side in just a moment. But I first want to welcome you. Make sure you introduce yourself in chat. If you haven't done that already, tell us and tell me who you are, where you live, and maybe a little bit about what you do for a living. The first thing that I want to share with you is make sure that you have, and I have mine right over here, grab yourself a notepad and a pen and get ready to take some notes. And if you can, turn off the distractions that you have around you, like your mobile phone. We're going to be talking about mobile phones, but we won't be using those today. And I have some incredible content, or we have some incredible content planned for you today, some brand new stuff. We're going to be talking about what's really working in the marketing world. And what I will tell you is one of the reasons why you want to have that notepad alongside you is because we're going to be asking a question. A little bit later in the show, we're going to be giving away an Apple iWatch. In fact, my son just got his yesterday. He loves the thing. And I have to say, I might get one too. It's the first Apple product I haven't picked up immediately, but it sure is cool. Anyway, here's the most important thing. I want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the information that we're going to be sharing with you today, and that's one of the reasons why you're going to want to be taking notes. And my big promise that I have for you today, in fact, I'm going to walk over to this monitor right here, is that I'm going to show you how to rapidly build a list, establish credibility for yourself, authority, and thought leadership and expert status to help you build an engaged audience. And that's whether or not you want to build and create some products, you want to start or launch a brand new business, and do it quickly and easily. So no matter where you are in the spectrum, this event is for you. And even if you hate being on camera, you hate technology, et cetera, every excuse that I've ever heard, I want you to know that you're going to learn some really, really powerful strategies today. The other promise that I have for you today is I'm going to share some of the money models that we've been using and some of our most successful clients have been using to make money online. Now, if you don't know this about me, this past October I sold Traffic Geyser an Instant Customer to a publicly traded company, and a few of the things that made it attractive to the buyer are some of the things I'm going to share with you, but there are also some strategies that we're using right now as we create and start a brand new business. So I think the big idea that Ed and I wanted to make sure that we talked about with you today is this notion about convergence, because there are some convergent patterns and behaviors happening in the marketplace today that we think is leading us to some great opportunities that exist in the marketplace. And then the other thing that I'd love for you to do right now, again, if you're just joining us, make sure you go ahead, introduce yourself in chat. Remember, we're going to be giving away an iWatch today, but type in "show me the money" in chat. I'm going to just check in on you in just a moment. But what we're going to be sharing with you today are 9 money models. Ed's going to be sharing the 12 reasons why. I'll say why, what in just a moment. And 3 expert interviews. We also have another piece of content that we just created. In fact, I got up this morning at 5 a.m. because I had a burst of inspiration. I thought, okay, I've got something else that I want to share today. So the key thing here is, even if you're just starting out, you don't have a business or a product of your own, this will work for you. And some of the other things that we're going to share with you as well are if you have an existing business. So my goal for you today, again, is to show you the fastest way to build an audience, grow your list, influence, persuade, and get people to show up, engage, and profit with some of the latest strategies, the convergent strategies that are working online right now. And between all the broadcasting that we've done here, this is some of the latest stuff that's going on. And again, I just want to welcome you and thank you for being here. So Ed, let's talk a little bit. There we are.
Welcome, amigos y amigos, a Univision. Sorry, I just stayed up late last night watching Univision on cable, and I couldn't
Very
help
good,
but start
very
that.
good. It infected your brain, didn't it?
I'm super excited about today, Mike, and I've got 3 words that I think will just totally sum this up, which is, this is going to totally rock today.
Excellent.
So, double.
You've heard it all. You've heard it all.
By the way, chat is absolutely going off. I've seen like 1,000 Show Me the Monies.
See Donna and Barry and Andy and
like a
Sheila
family
and oh man, we got Brent here and Catherine and Eric. So awesome. I'm seeing a lot of Show Me the Monies.
Everett's
by the way.
here, Carrie's here, Rory's here, who we're going to hear from actually in a little bit.
We're going to be doing some
Gail
interviews.
Carson, Patricia Connor, Philip Olson, Derek Patterson, Winnie Anderson is in the house. Again,
We're going to
welcome
have a
back.
blast.
And
We're
this is
going to have
be
a
good time.
blast. So I got a couple more things that I'm going to share about. Is there something that you want to talk
I
about?
just wanted
Because
to
you've
say,
got the 12 reasons why I'm
if you
marketing.
are not logged into chat right now, that's either to your right or it's right below your screen. All you have to do is click one of those buttons, jump in. We'd love to know who you are, where you're from, what you do. Please introduce yourself in chat. We're
Wherever
also
the chat
going
is.
to, it's this way or that way, depending on how wide your screen is. So if you're, I could mime that if you want. It's either over here.
Oh, we've got a mime slide in here. We couldn't help ourselves. So anyway, yeah,
we have a
that's true.
mime slide. So the other thing is, as you're joining us, we would love for you to just take a copy of Mixif.com/live, that's what's right above you, and share it with your friends on Facebook or on Twitter. Please tell everyone about this. We're going to be sharing some brand new content today and some stuff that we're really excited about.
True that. One of them is, as we have on the screen right now, the 12 reasons why of marketing. Marketing what? Well, you're going to have to wait for that. Remember that we're going to be giving away an iWatch today, so make sure you are taking lots and lots of notes. I've got my handy-dandy, trusty pad here. I'll be taking some notes when Ed's chatting after a little while. And what I can tell you is the reason why you want to take lots of notes is at some point during this presentation, we're going to be giving away an Apple iWatch. We're going to be submitting that question inside chat.
Yep.
Whoever responds first is going to be the lucky winner of the iWatch.
So the question is going to come from something that we are about to teach, actually either right now or in our next segment. And so make sure you take good notes. I will tell you, one of you will walk away today with an Apple Watch on your wrist.
Very, very handy.
With
okay.
shipping and handling delays, but for the most part.
Yeah, whatever. They're not digital. No digital delivery of the Apple iWatch yet. All right, well, I'm going to go back over to this other monitor. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what to expect today before we roll into the main content. So I'm going to stroll back over to this trusty little monitor here. After Ed finishes his 12 Reasons Why Marketing, I'm going to share with you the 9 money models that can work for your business. Now, money models are a variety of ways that you can monetize your message and also... And these are strategies that you can use in practically any business. Now, maybe 3 or 4 of them will work in your business, but I'm going to give you a lot of examples that you can use, and these are going to give you some ideas to think about, all right? I'm also going to share, this is the latest piece of content. I just created it last night. I was thinking about if I were starting from scratch, in fact I am because we just started a brand new business. It's like, where are the places that I would promote and market my business if I were starting from scratch? So I thought, all right, I'm going to be inspired because these are the things that we're working on right now. Why not share them with you so you can use and implement? Again, if you just implement 1 or 2 of these, you're going to be just fine. But I'm going to put them in order on where we're focusing our attention. Okay? And my hope for you again today is, remember, participate in chat. Make sure you log in. That's the only way that you'll be able to qualify to win the Apple iWatch that we'll be giving away is when we type in the question, you'll respond, whoever responds first. It will be because you are taking some notes and paying attention to what's going on. So again, my hope for you is that none of this information is going to be useful to you unless you implement it. So we want to give you a couple really useful nuggets, some ideas that you can use that can multiply your value in your business today. And like I said, okay, in addition to giving away the Apple iWatch, we're going to be giving something away towards the end of this presentation, and it is something we call the You Everywhere Now Publishing Bootcamp. We talked a little bit during the promotional part of this presentation about the power of publishing. Now, book publishing is one of those, and I know that we have some authors on here right now. So I'm going to just ask, if you've written a book already, please type that into chat, because I want to show the power of our existing community. Now, if you are brand new to our community, and maybe this is the first webcast you've watched, would you please type that in first? In fact, you can just go ahead and type in, I'm a virgin, I'm a webcast virgin. That would be just fine, because I'd like to know that. And again, during the course of this presentation today, we're going to be modifying our content based upon what we see in the chat. We're going to be answering questions as well. So I want you to know that we're here to help you push your business along and, again, accelerate the rate that you are building an audience. I think that's the biggest takeaway. All right. So we also have some great interviews. We've got Everett O'Keefe, who's going to be, we're going to be bringing him up soon. You're going to meet him. He is a successful author. In fact, he has written, let's see, I know he's promoted, been involved in, how many books was it, Ed? You'll have to tell me.
You're talking about Everett?
Everett O'Keefe, yeah.
Oh, man, I think he said about 15 book launches when I talked to him earlier. I was just texting with him this morning. It's going to be a great interview, and he's a guy who's been really with us, I think, from the beginning, which is really the exciting part about it.
3 and some change years since he's come in. So you're going to love Everett. Everett is in chat right now, so that's cool. Back over here. Also, we're going to be interviewing Carrie Smith. And we're going to be talking about what she is doing in terms of marketing and promotion right now. Again, great way to learn is what other people are doing. We also have Rory Carruthers, who's going to be queued up as well. He's going to be talking about what's been working. And I know he's got 16 book launches under his belt as well. Now, I know I've been mentioning the word books quite a bit, but know that this isn't just about books. We're going to be covering a wide spectrum of different concepts. But we're going to revolve around books and webcasting because, of course, we're communicating with you today with webcasts. We're going to be talking about the fastest way to create super valuable content, but also, more importantly, how to monetize it. Because the fact is, no matter where you are, your end goal is to do the least amount of work with the maximum amount of impact, right? So that's what we want to, again, show you where the convergent patterns are throughout the rest of this year and moving into the following year as well. Things that you can implement and take advantage of right now. So I'm going to ask another quick question here, and that is this. Now, you can be a 1, 2, or 3. You can be a mix of them. But this is really, really important. It's something that I want you to pay close attention to because it's something that you can use and you want to pay attention to inside your business as well. So we have found that the types of people that we help fall into one of these 3 categories or sometimes all 3 of them. That's number 1 is the enhancer. So if you have an existing business, you want to turn your knowledge into products to grow or expand your influence, and you want to multiply what you can charge and make sure that you become competition and recession proof. You'd be what we call an enhancer. Okay? Now the next is a reinventor. So that might be, you might be in the professional services world, for example. Maybe you've been doing something as a service professional for 5, 10, 15, 25 years. So you want to leverage your experience into a new business model. Maybe you've retired, you want to get back in the workforce. Maybe you've been laid off. Maybe you need some kind of a change. But the key thing here is you love what you do, you're really good at it, but the business at large doesn't support your passion the way you like to do it. So I know a lot of doctors, for example, tired of the bureaucracy, tired of dealing with insurance. They love being a doctor. They hate the business itself, okay? So if you're a reinventor, go ahead and say I'm a reinventor. Now again, you could be a reinventor enhancer, but the third is what we call a creator. So if you're thinking about just starting a brand new business, maybe you're an existing employer right now, you want to be a consultant or a coach, do some sort of do it for me, that's DFM services, you'd be a creator. And again, put in, if you're an enhancer, reinventor, creator, a mixture of those 3. That'll help us as we move forward today. Ed.
So, Mike, I just wanted to give you some of the results from the last question about people who've written books.
Yeah.
I'd say based on the people who are in chat, about 70% of the folks have said they've already written a book. I'll give you some of the answers. For example, Dawn McGee said she's an author in process. She actually has 3 books in process. Don Trosper, who we know, says he's written dozens of technical and training guides and video training for clients. Alexandra D. said she's written 5 books. She's working on number 6. And so if you've written a book, we're going to tailor some of this content to you to show you how to leverage your book and create some of the value that you wanted out of your book. Most of the people I talked to recently who've written a book would say, yeah, you know, I got it out there. I even hit the bestseller status that I wanted to, but I wish I could have used it more. I wish I could have leveraged it more. And so we're going to tailor some of the content to you, but if you've never written a book before, in fact, if you've never even thought about it before and you're here, we'll also show you some simple steps that you can do like right now that'll get you on the road towards publishing. And we'll show you some people who are able to write and publish books in less than 30 days. In fact, that's not even an exaggeration. I know, Mike, I think you've done it in 17 days, if I remember, was the
fastest one was 4.
4 days, okay.
That'd be a video
and when we
interview
did, well, actually, you got all the books sitting right here. We did multicast marketing. I think that was the one that was 17 days, or You Everywhere Now. But the point is, we're going to show you some ways to get a book that you love, a quality book, out to market. But what's more important than that, especially for you authors, we're going to show you how to leverage the book to actually get the results in your business that you want, and that's really where we're going to start today.
It's fantastic. So, well, I see a lot of great. I've seen a mixture now in terms of the types. So, again, this is really, really helpful to us. And if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go, because what I'm going to do right now, again, is I'm going to ask you one more question before I get going. And that is, if this is the first time you've been exposed to me or webcasts, or the first one you've attended, please type that in. That'll help as well, because I'd like to know who you are. And we've got a lot of people from our past family, our community here, but what we have set aside and ready to rock and roll now is some fantastically powerful content. I know you're going to absolutely love it, but again, remember, we're going to be giving away an Apple iWatch, so make sure you're taking lots of notes. You turned off your distractions. Look, listen, pay attention, because I'm going to move very quickly so I can give you as much content, or we can give you as much content as possible over the next hour or so, and make you really, really feel like you can walk away and implement and get some results quickly.
Let me just answer a question really quickly before you jump into the content, Mike, which is this. This training is tailored to you, and so we're going to have some segments where we're going to do Q&A. That's why we can't give you a good answer as to how long we're going to go. We have a general idea, but what we want to do is be able to stay here long enough to be able to answer your questions and to really give you value. And you see there's a lot of people in chat right now, but we're going to stay here enough time to give you the answer that you want. So go ahead and start putting those questions, and our team will start capturing them and putting it in the teleprompter for us so we can start helping you.
Totally. So I see we've got some first-timers here. We've got Jean, we've got Diana, we've got Kiki, And
Timothy says it's been years.
Awesome.
Reverend
awesome.
Holmes says love Mike
Davida
Koenig.
is here. John is here. So welcome if you're a first timer. What I'm going to do for the sake of some first timers and maybe some people who are being reintroduced is I'm going to give you a little backstory that'll contextualize and give you some context for the training that we're about to give you right now. Because again, the objective and goal that we have is how do you rapidly build an audience? How do you rapidly build a list? How do you get your name out there? How do you spread your passion? How do you grow your business and multiply your value? So with that, I'm going to move on over to this monitor right now, and I will begin. So the story begins, which is in 2013. Just about a couple of years ago right now, I was 2,521 miles away from home. I was being treated and diagnosed with stage 3A cancer. Now, I was at the Duke Medical Hospital, and every day I was waking up in a pile of my own hair. I was barely able to move, and I didn't have any energy. And at that time, I was dealing with something that I'd never dealt with before, which is I wasn't sure if I was going to live throughout the rest of my treatments. But while I went through these, I became absolutely obsessed with the idea of writing a book. So with less than an hour a day and armed only with my iPhone at the time, I managed to write, publish, promote, and become a #1 best-selling author in less than 30 days. Now, there's a couple things that are very important here, which is I had less than an hour of strength a day. So if you've ever gone through something like that before, had some pain, and just knowing how to compress and get your energy put together. But here's what is important. I started teaching that process because obviously I survived. When I came home, I took that step-by-step process and turned it into a little product. And over the past couple of years, we have helped now nearly 400 top 10 bestsellers, people who never were writers or never considered themselves to be writers before, become authors. And over 200 have become #1 best-selling authors. We know of over 240 for sure, but we always hear reports about people who didn't tell us about it. Here's some pictures of those folks right now. We've built a remarkable community. Some of them are watching us right now. Now, one of our success stories is a young girl. Her name is Abby Richter. She wrote 4 #1 best-selling books in just 30 days about rescue pets, including one about her dog, Lucky Leo, Charlie Brown, Stunning Stella, and Frida the Fabulous. These are the books right here. So 9 years old, as I like to say, if a 9-year-old can do it, anyone can do it. Now, she also got picked up and written about in American Girl magazine. So she got some great publicity and press as a result of that. Her parents are veterinarians. Well, the oldest client that I know of, her customer, is Joni Wilson. She's 90 years old. And she wrote and used the system to write 5 #1 best-selling books in less than 2 years. And you can see here, she's also developed and created a marketing consulting business for herself. She was actually going through bankruptcy when we first met her, and a friend actually loaned her some money to go through one of our programs. But here's a recent check that she got for $2,500 for consulting services. So if you are a reinventor, for example, that's one of the reasons why we're sharing this with you. And again, this is bigger than books. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Now, the good news is I'm a survivor. I managed to get through this. And one of my very good friends this day is JJ Virgin. I'm actually about to see her again. And we've actually been working on some businesses together. So because of the cancer process, I think it really improved the quality of my thinking and my mindset. It also allowed me to, it forced me to do something I've always dreamed of doing, which is writing and publishing and promoting and becoming an author. But the other thing that did happen is I've been able to use these same systems and processes to write now a total of 8 books of my own, and a 9th one is in process right now. So again, what I want to just get across is we're going to be talking about the benefits of actually writing and publishing books, but we're also going to be talking about publishing your content so it can be seen, heard, viewed anytime, anywhere, and help you build your authority status, your expert or your celebrity status, and get you on TV and in the media as well. So with that, now that you know the context, what I'm going to do is guide you through a process, what we call money models, that can work for you and in your business. Now again, for the sake of this presentation, I am going to be talking about how people have leveraged books, Although what you're going to find is no matter what business you're in, we're going to be talking about the fact that books are one of the most accessible vehicles, one of the easiest to implement vehicles that you can use to accelerate your visibility and your value. And I do have some examples here, these are just a few of the books that some of our clients and customers have written as a result of this. And you're going to be meeting a few of those in a little while when we do our interviews. So with that, I'm going to dive in right now into the 9 money models and talk about how you can use this process in your business. And if you would, Ed, I'll have you move these out of the way so I can continue on. So these are the 9 money models that can work for your business. And I'll go through each one with lots of examples. Now first, again, to frame this, to contextualize it, I want you to just take a look at these 2 images that are on here. I've got an Apple iPhone on one side, I've got an Android phone on the other. But right now, over 70% of the human race is using social media right now every month, but you can get free distribution from the largest brands in the world. So the most important thing to think about right now is how can you gain access to the maximum number of people, the maximum number of qualified prospects that you can work with and who will buy your products and your services, because someone else already owns the relationship with them. So one of those places, for example, is Google and YouTube. They get about 2 billion monthly users right now. So if you think about it, if you can give Google what they want and what they like, they will basically promote you and put you in front of your perfect audience free of charge. Okay? Any device, anytime. So you got iPhones, you got Android, computers, desktops, et cetera, et cetera. You've got Apple right now, which is considered to be the most valuable company in the world. They have approximately 2 billion customers right now and over 800 million credit cards on file. You got Amazon that has over 300 million active customers and clients, and the estimates right now are around 34 to 36 million have Amazon Prime memberships. So again, if you can just know how can you get in front of or on these platforms alone, to gain access to your ideal audience. That's a huge part of what we're going to be talking about. Of course, Facebook has over 1.4 billion monthly active viewers and visitors. You got Yahoo, over 280 million. You got LinkedIn with 277 million. You get Twitter, 243 million. You get the idea here. If you're on social media, you can gain access to all the prospects and customers that you could ever dream of needing to access. Now, if we move on into the money models right now, I'm going to go through them and talk about where the money is, how you can gain access to it, and let's just assume for a moment, even if you're not a writer, you can rapidly become an author. Now, I never considered myself one, and as I mentioned in the beginning, I managed to write my first book by talking into my iPhone, having it transcribed and edited while I had cancer and while I had less than an hour of strength a day, and managing to put that at #1 bestseller. So let's just say for a moment, if you haven't written a book, that I gave you the formula that allowed you to do it. Okay? And if you already have written a book, we're going to talk about how to expand your reach, either re-market and re-promote your book, or writing another one that will give you and breathe new life into your business. But let's just take a look at the numbers for a moment. And I'll be the first one to say, books aren't a great way to make money, not from royalties, but I want to show you what's possible first and illustrate the numbers so you're aware of it. So let's just say, for example, that you used Amazon as your publishing partner. They'll publish you for free and allow you to get distribution all over the world, both the electronic and physical paperback, for free. So if we go through the numbers, let's just say, for example, you sold just 2 books per day and the price was set for $9.95. That would equate into about $13.94. That's giving you a 70% commission rate, which is what Apple will pay you. They give you all the shelf space for free. They take care of shipping, delivery, accepting credit cards, and they dump the money directly into your merchant or into your bank account. So then let's just say that you narrated or just spoke your book and created an audio book, which again you can do for free, get distributed for free with nothing more than a simple microphone. Or someone else can actually read your book with no upfront cost on your part. But right now, through some of the systems, and I'll give you where that is a little bit later in the presentation, you get 70% commission on that. That's $18.13. So 2 books a day from each one of those. That would translate into approximately $1,000 per month in royalties. And if you multiply that out, that works out into approximately $12,000 per. I just, for some reason, my thing didn't advance properly. It would work into about $12,000 per year, and if you wrote, let's say, 2 books per year, that'd be about $24,000 in extra cash. All right, so again, the point of publishing isn't the book and isn't collecting royalties, in my opinion. It's what a book will do for you. All right, so again, I just want to summarize what the numbers are. Again, it's free to publish. It's super easy to do, and you get the money for free. So the outcome and goal that you have, though, is making sure that your content can be seen, heard, listened to on any device. So, these days, everyone's got a smartphone, and in fact, one of the little interesting stats that I just saw was published in the New York Times is that people with the iPhone 6 Plus right now have increased the number of book sales that are being delivered to by iBooks by 15% just in the past couple of months. So the whole point is your book is just a means of reaching a specific customer type through an interesting channel, all right? And that same content can be delivered as text, it can be delivered as audio, it can be delivered as video on any device, anywhere, anytime. Now, some of the partners, one of them, for example, this is one to write down, is BookBaby is a partner that will publish you for free and make sure that you're not just published on Amazon, but on Apple iBooks, Kobo, all the major retailers for free. And you get royalties delivered to you every single month on demand. Now, the service that we've used in the past, if you just recorded your book, just narrated it, they will actually distribute it for free. It's through Amazon's ACX platform. That automatically then publishes, or they publish to Audible, to Amazon, and iTunes for free, paying you every single month. No cost of distribution, no cost of marketing to you at all. It's a great, great deal. Now, so that's money model number 1. Again, I just give you that just to establish the base here. But now let's talk about list building and affiliate sales. So that's another money model. And what's great about that is you don't have to have a business of your own or a product of your own to take advantage of this. Now, one of the case studies I have for you is Melanie Johnson. She wrote a book. You can see it here. It's called Dominican Republic Lifestyle Holiday Vacation Club. Now, just to give you a little background, she belongs to a network marketing program that allows you to sell essentially access to vacation rentals worldwide. And of course, if she just wrote a book about that, that might not be interesting, but she positioned herself as an expert and an authority on doing lifestyle holiday vacations, okay? And she was able to name her book something that people frequently look for. Bottom line is she used her system to write and publish her book in about a month, and that positioned her as that expert and authority, which now she can leverage to gain access to the media, for example, and create content which can drive people to her sales funnel, which actually someone else creates. That's the beauty of affiliate marketing, is you don't have to build the business and worry about the delivery system, okay? So that's an example of being able to just write a book on a topic, and it also works on topics or business categories that might be heavily regulated. So you can write about a point of view, you can write about a lifestyle thing without worrying about regulation. Now, another example, and we're going to be interviewing Everett O'Keefe in just a moment, is you, of course, can get paid to consult on any topic. And having a book is going to give you instant credibility and authority. Now, one of those, I don't have the book in front of me right now. We've got Everett O'Keefe's book. When we get a chance, I'd like to have those books back over here so I can bring them up as props. But Everett O'Keefe, when we do the interview, we'll talk about this. Okay, so if you get a chance, Ed, why don't you grab the books and put them back over in the corner. So with consulting, what's great is it's a fast way to position yourself as an expert and authority. Now, I mentioned Joni Wilson a little bit earlier. She actually consulted. Now, she's written 5 books of her own, but then she started doing marketing consulting as a business. I showed you that $2,500 check earlier. One of her clients is a mime, okay? So as I like to say, if a 9-year-old can do it and a 90-year-old can do it, anyone can do it. And if it works for mimes, well, I think it can work for anyone as well. But bottom line is she managed to...
I read her book, though, and it was really... her book, and it was just a bunch of hands, but you could see it when you flip through it really fast like that. You could actually see what she was saying, and then our stream went down.
All right.
And I said, that'll teach you make fun of mimes.
Well, it allows me to actually make a quick correction as well, which is this. I'm going to go back over here and tell you what it is, because the case study that I was talking about, and I made this mistake, and Joni, I'm so sorry. She's 80. She's not 90. Okay, she just turned 80. But she has been working with a mime to market and promote.
Why is it on there?
Oh, there it is. Her business, and to help launch the book. I'm sorry, we were just checking out the stream here. But the bottom line is she helped push this book to #1 bestseller. She's 80 years old and she's reinvented herself. So as I like to say, if it works for mimes, it can work for anyone. Now another one of our examples here is Winnie Anderson. Now she wrote a book called Stand Out and Attract Great Clients. Okay, uncover, embrace, and communicate your unique value to sell your services without being salesy. It's a great message, especially in her case working with women entrepreneurs. So she actually wrote a book that would enable her to attract the perfect female client or audience. Well, what's awesome is the book hit #1 on the day she released it, and take a look at this. That enabled her to get connected with some fantastic prospects. And one of them, this came from Pamela, who said she sent her a proposal. She said, yep, I'm willing to start working with you right now. Here you can see a check written out to her for $2,043 doing marketing and promotion. Pretty cool for her, all right? And that's because her book was useful as a consultant. Now, here's another one. This is Dave Pittman, who is one of our audience members as well. Really, really great guy. So his book that he wrote was Leverage the Power of Facebook Advertising to Target Your Ideal Customer. Well, here again is what is awesome. He hit #1 in 3 categories, and the book just pre-released. It hit #1 bestseller in 4 categories. This is one of the strategies that we teach when you're launching and promoting books. But what was awesome is now he's been able to go out, leverage his visibility in the consulting space to book more clients. All right, so here's another one. This is Elaine Pomeroy, who's with us today. He's actually in chat right now. He speaks French. He's located, let's see, I know he's moving to Toronto, but here he did a French version of his book. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, because what we just have found, this is actually amazing. I just want to give you a tour of the studio. Somehow, when we lost our YouTube live connection, our camera is stuck on this one feed showing you these drapes right here. So we get the nice green drapes, we've got the nice black and white ones. We even have the bookshelf showing off how to be a video interview pro. I'm sorry that happened, and I'm sorry that I have to talk to you in front of the drapes, but my team is actually working on this problem right now. Mike, we're over in the... You want to keep talking on this camera? Mike's over in this part of the studio. Do you want to come here for a second and just answer some questions while we...
Sure, I can do that.
See if we could get... So this, we have... I love this. So we have... We could actually eventually turn that camera around. We have 1, 2, 3 here in the studio. This one right here is actually one of them you're going to see in a little bit when we do our interview. This is our interview set, but this is not one of our sets. The green and black and white. Here comes Mike.
Hi.
So,
all right. Well, it looks like we had a little technology breakdown here.
So welcome to set 7.
All right.
So this is the angular green screen set with the black and white drapes. But we appreciate your patience. By the way, when our feed dropped, we had just about 500 people online, and when we came back, we had just about 500 people online. So thank you for sticking with us during this. It was right in the middle of your thing about the mime, which is really a big part of the chat right now. But what do you want to do? Take a few questions, or do you want to keep teaching?
Well, we can do that. Well, one of the things that I'm going to ask my team is, are we able to switch to the computer input? Or if we're not, what we'll do is we'll move this one camera. There we go. We're able to do that. We could move this one camera to point at me On
that screen right there.
Actually on the other one. And is that what we're going to do? Yeah. So we'll pick this up and point it at me.
Okay, in the meantime, as you're here with us, thank you for your patience. We've actually got we have some great stuff coming up. Some of you have been asking about our live event in October, and we're going to talk about that too in just a little bit, and just show you, if you're interested in coming, how you can come. We're going to make it really easy to do that. But in the meantime, please put your questions about publishing and webcasts in chat. Please you feel free to do any kind of banter you want about videos crashing or YouTube Live or mimes, how we're probably never going to use mimes again in this particular segment. Mike, do you want to start from there, or are you going to just turn this around?
All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to restart our hardware one more time, and we will be back with you in approximately 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere, and we will be right back with you. Oh, and remember, we'll be giving away that Apple Watch in a little while as well. Did we have audio off? Did we forget to turn it on? No, it's on. It is on. All right. Well, it looks like we're back. So what I was saying earlier is no matter how much you spend on your equipment sometimes, once in a while it just doesn't behave itself. All right? So what I want to do is thank you for sticking with us here and let you know that I'm going to continue on where I left off. And here we go. So what I was talking about here is with Alain Pomeroy, and he is Pomerleau. He is actually French. He wrote his book and pushed it to #1 bestseller, and he has been opening up and doing live casting and webcasting. It's been a way for him to promote himself as a consultant. Now here's one of my favorite examples and stories. This is our good friend Andy Falco, incredible, incredible guy. Now he took his book, Dog Training for Fun and Profit, got it to #1, and in dog training, 16 days from the time he started writing it until it reached bestseller status. Now, what happened next is really incredible because he got picked up as a result of doing some promotion. He got picked up on National Geographic Network, ABC News, Discovery Channel, became a #1 best-selling author, of course, spoke at Caesar's Palace, Planet Hollywood, and at the National Press Corps. So that's pretty interesting. But he also got a call from the Kingdom of Bahrain, and here you can see a payment that was made to his bank account. It was 50% of a contract for $173,000. The point is, you never know who might get or read your book, and you'll see a couple more examples of that. So again, as a consultant and with consulting, using books is an extremely, extremely powerful strategy. Now, number 4 money model, this is my doctor. Her name is Nalini Chilkov. She's one of the people who helped nurse me back to health when I had stage 3A cancer. Now, she wrote a book as a way to drive more people into her practice, but also to educate them before they actually came to her. Now, the name of her book is 32 Ways to Outsmart Cancer. Again, she used one of our strategies to push herself to bestseller status. Pretty awesome. Okay, here's another one. This is Candace Barnes. Love Candace. Now, she had told me that at age 54, she had wanted to write a book since she was 4 years old. And she wrote this book called Sacred Musings. But she managed to write this book in less than 30 days, push it to a #1 bestseller. Some of it was to relieve or to actually achieve her passion and her dream. But as a result, she's been able to go out and position herself as a consultant also and a coach. Okay. And the last example I have for you is Ernesto Benavides. So he wrote a book called Fitness, Motivation, and Attaining the Mindset to Get in the Best Shape of Your Life. He's a coach and a trainer. Now, I know some of the people who are here with us today are coaches and trainers as well. But again, a book is a perfect way to position yourself as that expert and authority to multiply your income. So if you're an enhancer, as we had talked about earlier, this is a perfect way to elevate your value, be able to charge more money for what you do. All right. And another great example is Irene Tomo Cooper. And she, I just want to make sure that we are still live and we're still running here because I do see a white screen.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're good. Okay, great. Fantastic.
For those who are just joining us back, though, tell everyone where we're
Okay,
at.
so if you are just joining us right now and coming back, I just wanted you to know that right now, what we are doing is we have been working on some of our hardware. We had a couple of malfunctions that weren't working quite right, but I just wanted you to know that we've got things under control, even though we're working with one camera right now. So Irene Tomo Cooper is another one of our successful clients. Now, she is Japanese. She teaches Japanese women how to meet and how to marry Western men. And what she has done is she used her system to write and publish her book, and this has elevated her value, and she's been able to sell high-ticket, high-value coaching programs as a result of this. Again, really, really great results. Now, this is Chris Burton. He teaches something he calls it the 7 closely guarded secrets to becoming a professional magician. So he is a magician's coach. Another great example of what's possible. Again, he pushed his book to a #1 bestseller, including Japan. So one of the things that Amazon gives you is the ability to become a bestseller in the international community as well. Again, if you want to do business internationally, this is a great way to leverage yourself. Now, the 5th money model that I'll share with you here is getting speaking opportunities and also showing up in the media. Now, Sandy Masori is one of our favorite success stories. I actually have her book right here, and I'll show that to you if I can find it. All right. I don't know exactly. Oh, here it is. Here was her book. It was called The Ultimate Guide to Inflating Your Trade Show Profits. But what was... Okay.
There's some weird... You're on intermittently, on and off, so we can hear you sometimes
Okay.
and sometimes not.
So let's... Yep, go ahead.